Okay, hello. Well, now again I am back, and today we are just going to talk about the chemical properties of acids and bases. So, in my last video, I explained pH to you, and remember all these topics that I am taking. I am keeping CBSE grade 10 as the base. Okay, so most of my explanations, examples, and everything revolves around it. Right, so so basically the videos that I'm making is for CBSE, but yes, other boards, if you find that yes there are certain general concepts that you want to understand, you can definitely do so. Okay, so let me just talk about the chemical properties of acids and bases. Right, so when you are talking about chemical properties, definitely you are talking about how it interacts with other substances. Right, that's what chemical properties are. Physical property is how the basic things that which we can see, the state and how it looks like, the taste and smell and all that. But here we are going to talk about the chemical properties, and first let me talk about the reaction of dilute acids. Though I have written acids over here, dilute acids with metals. Okay, and you can do a very simple experiment also, and which is basically given in your book. Okay, so first let me just tell you what happens is carbonic acid, a very weak acid, it doesn't react with metals as such. Okay, sodium, potassium, magnesium, calcium, these all are very reactive metals and they react very vigorously with acids. Okay, you will see an immediate response, an immediate reaction happening. Then when it comes to aluminium, zinc, iron and all, I mean they are very moderately they react, okay, with acids. And copper, silver and gold, they are not that reactive, so they don't react with dilute acids. Okay, so what basically happens when you put acid in, when you put a metal in acid? Okay, see, what you need to do is you need to take a test tube, okay, and you can put some zinc metals in, or you can take sulfuric acid, okay, or you can take some zinc metal. Okay, so you have zinc metal kept here, or maybe some any metal you can keep here, and then you need to close the mouth of the test tube and just pass a delivery tube. Okay, so you can, what you need to do is you can make some space through which you will pour some acid, and then a delivery tube is passed through it. And here you have you can have this soap solution, okay, and a funnel sort of a thing. Okay, now this is a delivery tube. Okay, sorry, I am not able to make that figures very neatly because of the way it is placed. I have to hold it and make it. Now this is zinc, okay, this is zinc. Now what you need to do is you need to add sulfuric, dilute sulfuric acid, or you can add dilute hydrochloric acid, anything you can add. Okay, so the moment you add it, you will see that some gas, it starts evolving. You will see bubbles evolving, the moment you add this acid to it, and you will see that bubbles evolving, and then this gas, it basically goes through this delivery tube and it comes to this soap solution. So what happens when a particular gas, it comes into the soap solution, what will be formed? Bubbles will be formed. Okay, so the bubbles will be formed and these soap bubbles will be formed, and these bubbles will contain this gas. Now what you need to do is you need to bring a burning the splinter towards this bubbles, and it will extinguish with a pop sound, right? So whenever a burning splinter extinguishes with a pop sound, it means that the gas is hydrogen. Okay, so that means that the zinc metal has displaced hydrogen from hydrochloric acid. Okay, so this is what happens when acids react with metals. Basically, the metals, they remove hydrogen from the acids, and what is formed? The metal salt is formed and hydrogen gas is released. Okay, so I will give you an example. You can note it down. Metal plus acid will give you metal salt plus hydrogen gas. Okay, right? So here, so for example, let me just say zinc plus HCl will give you what? ZnCl2 plus H2. So you just need to balance it. So this is it. So this is one example when metal reacts with an acid, okay, or acid reacts with a metal. So another example we can take of magnesium in solid state. Then similarly you can write sulfuric acid, dilute sulfuric acid. It is, again it will react to form what? Magnesium sulfate. Okay, magnesium sulfate plus hydrogen in the gaseous form, right? So this is again one such reaction. So always remember, whenever metal react with acid, a metal salt and hydrogen gases form. Similarly, I want you to write down the reaction between magnesium and hydrochloric acid, okay, and zinc and sulfuric acid. Okay, so this you need to write down. Clear? So I hope the reaction between the metal and the acid is clear to everyone. Okay, right. Okay. Now I am going to talk about the reaction of metals with carbonates, metal carbonates, metal carbonates and metal bicarbonates. Okay, reaction of metals with acids. Yeah, sorry, right. Reaction of acids with metal carbonates and metal bicarbonates. Okay. Now, very simple experiment you can do. You take some baking soda and you take some vinegar. Okay. So baking soda and vinegar, you can just take a small bottle with a narrow mouth. Okay. You put some baking soda in it and you be ready with vinegar, and you can ask one of your siblings or maybe your parents to just be there with a matchstick. Okay, so the moment you add vinegar to baking soda, you will see that a gas evolves, okay, with a fizz sound, okay, with a fizz like when you open a cold drink bottle, that fizz, it comes out. Now in the same way a gas will evolve, and at that same time you ask the person with you to burn a matchstick and just bring it in front of the on near the mouth of that particular bottle, and you will see that it extinguishes. Okay, so the gas that comes out extinguishes fire. So basically the gas is what? Carbon dioxide. Okay, so usually what happens whenever acids react with metal carbonate or metal bicarbonate, so when I'm talking about baking soda, that is sodium bicarbonate. Okay, so whenever this sort of a reaction happens, which gas is evolved? Carbon dioxide is evolved, and water and metal salt is also formed. Okay, so what is the basic reaction between metal and acid and metal carbonate? Acid plus metal carbonate, it will give you the metal salt plus water plus carbon dioxide in the gaseous form. Okay, this is again, so this is the basic thing that, and the same happens with metal bicarbonate also. Okay, so the same thing happens. Okay, so let us just take up one example. Let's take HCl. Okay, hydrochloric acid is added to sodium carbonate. Okay, this is sodium carbonate, right? Now what will happen? Metal salt, that is NaCl plus water plus carbon dioxide is formed. Okay, so it is balanced. Okay, I hope, yeah. Right, so you can see so hydrochloric acid with sodium carbonate, it forms sodium chloride, water and carbon dioxide. Okay, so whenever this carbonate reaction it happens and the gas evolves with a hissing sound, with a fizz. Okay, and it if you pass this gas through lime water, the lime water turns milky. It shows a milkiness in the lime water. That also indicates that the gas is what? Carbon dioxide. Okay, this is a test for the gas. So many a times you are asked for the test of a gas. So for hydrogen, it extinguishes fire with a pop sound. Okay, but with carbon dioxide, it extinguishes the fire completely, and it also turns lime water milky. Okay, when you pass lime water through it, right? Okay, so similarly you have this another example I can give you of metal bicarbonate. Okay, so again let me just say HCl plus, here I am giving NaHCO3. Okay, sodium bicarbonate, right? So again what is going to form? NaCl plus water plus carbon dioxide. Okay, now this is sodium bicarbonate, the baking soda. So you can see the same sort of reaction happens. Clear? So you can try out reactions with maybe calcium carbonate. I want you to try out these reactions. HCl plus calcium carbonate. Okay, that you can write down, and then similarly you can talk about calcium hydro. Yeah. Okay, so HCl with calcium, or maybe H2SO4 with calcium carbonate, or with sodium carbonate you can try. So I want you to please try these chemical reactions at home. Is it clear? Try these chemical reactions. And now just one more thing. When I'm talking about this carbon dioxide, and when I say that the carbon dioxide is passed through lime water and it turns milky, the lime water turns milky. So what exactly happens? Why the lime water actually turns milky? Okay, see, what is lime water? Lime water is calcium hydroxide. Okay, it is calcium hydroxide, aqueous solution of calcium hydroxide. So when you pass carbon dioxide through this aqueous solution of calcium hydroxide, what is formed? Calcium carbonate is formed. Now this calcium carbonate is insoluble in water. Therefore, it appears as a white precipitate. That is what we call as milkiness. Okay. But what happens when you keep on passing this carbon dioxide, excess carbon dioxide? This calcium carbonate get converted to calcium bicarbonate which is soluble in water. Therefore, that milkiness disappears. So you won't see milkiness for a very long time. You know, you pass the pass the carbon dioxide, and you will milkiness it will appear, and and it will disappear because more carbon dioxide is being passed, and that calcium carbonate it turns into calcium bicarbonate. Okay, so I will just write the chemical reaction for you as to why lime water. So lime water turning milky on passing CO2. Okay, this is very, very important. On passing CO2, as to why it is happening. So calcium hydroxide aqueous solution. This is what is lime water. Okay, plus carbon dioxide in gaseous form when you are passing it. Then calcium carbonate is formed, which is insoluble in water. Okay, and water in liquid form. Now this is precipitate. It is white. PPT means precipitate. That this is what milkiness is. Remember, milkiness. Milkiness. Okay, but when you are passing excess carbon dioxide, it turns to I hope it is clear. Calcium bicarbonate. See, it is 3. Right? This is calcium bicarbonate. This is calcium carbonate, and this is calcium bicarbonate. Right? And it is soluble in water, so milkiness it simply disappear. This is soluble, so the milkiness disappear. Here it is insoluble, so it appears as a milky precipitate. Is it clear to you? So we have spoken about 2 types of reactions: reaction of metals with acids, dilute acids, and reaction of metal carbonates and bicarbonates with dilute acids, and why carbon dioxide turns lime water milky. Okay, so we'll talk more about this in our next video. Bye.